Hey everybody! So, yeah, I shot a couple of videos but scrapped them because somebody apparently thinks my reviews are shit. Oh yeah, by the way, for the first time in a while, guys, as you can tell from the alcohol, clearly, there will be swearing. Somebody will get mad because I am a dirty DC fanboy, and for those who don't know, as always, $1 Critic and my good friend here, the Chief Critic.
Yo.
Yes, but I can't give you crap because, tell the wonderful folks what our first review together is.
What was our first review together?
The Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. The one you begged me.
Oh, so we just jumping into this.
Yeah,
no,
we jump
segues, no introductions of how we know each other or how we became friends or...
Very simple. Disney, after my Thor: Love and Thunder review, sent somebody to try to kill me, and then we became friends afterwards. You know, it's that buddy comedy stuff here.
Oh, okay, and then...
Oh, tell me you're not a mark for Disney.
I am not a mark for Disney. I'm a mark for Marvel.
Aha!
There's a difference.
Actually, yes, because you didn't create Star Wars.
Are you a fan of DC or are you a fan of Warner Brothers? Okay.
But you're not a fan
Don't worry, I'll wait.
So eventually we'll get to the Street Fighter review, we assure you. As... You know, they're right. I needed a co-host because, dear God, just listening to myself act crazy is just amazing. Hearing someone else bounce off is wonderful. But all jokes aside, this is the first movie you actually recommended me, and I originally thought you were crazy when I saw the trailer for this.
Okay, well, first let's let the audience know what we're talking about. So,
fair.
There was a, for those of you who are familiar with the video game Street Fighter, most popular fighting game of all time.
Oh, versus Capcom.
And what does it feature? Street Fighter characters. Who is the developer? Capcom, who created both Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom. It's in the title.
Fair enough.
You're welcome.
Fine.
So, anywho, if you have been watching movies since the early 90s, you know that they have attempted a couple live-action movies for Street Fighter. We all remember the good old 1994 classic starring our good old boy Jean-Claude Van Damme and the late Raul Julia, and
of course
host of others, including Ming-Na Wen, Kylie Minogue. I think that's really it as far as famous people. Yeah. But yeah, that was garbage. I mean, it's nostalgic fun if you watch it back now, but it's
oh yeah, it's
trash.
It's a Z grade film if ever there was one. It was a high budget B grade that became a Z grade, which made it more fun.
Yeah,
it's like the Super Mario Brothers movie. Is it a good video game movie? Hell no, but at least you have fun.
I'm sorry, what movie were you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. You try to bring up the Avatar movie earlier. You don't get to play that. You don't get to play the Amnesia.
First of all, it's The Last Airbender. There's a difference because you got that and then you got the blue people.
Right.
Okay, back on subject. So we have Jean-Claude Van Damme, Street Fighter, not good. Then they tried another one with the girl from not Street Fighter, the girl from Smallville who played Lana Lang. The Legends of Chun-Li or something like that. And that was just a travesty.
You ain't wrong there. And the spin-off movie that came afterwards where it was like...
I just want to know who in their right mind thought it was good to get the guy from Black Eyed Peas to play Vega.
I don't know. Who's the guy who thought it was a good idea to cast Ezra Miller as the Flash?
Hey, listen, that's your department, sir.
I have no say in what DC does. If that was the case, Jaime Reyes and Batman Beyond would already have their own movies. But we'll save that for later.
We're kind of working on it, but I mean, I don't know if, with all these changes to WB and Discovery and HBO Max, I don't know if that movie's going to be cut. So
yeah. But on to good things, though.
Okay, so 2 live-action Street Fighter movies, trash. So,
Straight to DVD trash.
Yeah. So then, oh God, what year was that? It was like, I think it was like mid to late 2000s, probably like 2008 or 2009, maybe actually I think it was like 2012. It might have been a little after 2010. They did a live-action, kind of like a web series that kind of turned into a movie. It was called Street Fighter's Assassin's Fist. It was done by Joey Ansah, who is actually a fight choreographer and stunt coordinator. He did a lot of I think he did most of the Bourne movies.
Really?
Yeah, so he actually did this at, I think it was a low budget movie. They filmed it on a really small, on a small penny. And they created something, it's called Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. And it was basically a story about the coming of age tale of 2 of the main characters from Street Fighter, Ryu and Ken.
And as a guy who's not that big into the Street Fighter lore like you are, I only played the arcade game and I watched the anime, which you tell me is sacrilegious apparently, but yeah, that's a topic for another day. Even looking back at some of the OCs, like, yeah, the animation here's jank.
No.
But even if somebody's not going into it, I was actually relatively surprised. They do a really good job of getting you into the characters, because even the little I know is well represented by both the main actors.
That's the main thing about any type of Street Fighter project or series. The story is always going to focus around Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Ryu and Ken, I mean, their stories are tied together, but it's always going to focus around Ryu, because he's the main protagonist. Guile, Chun-Li, they do have very important stories. I mean, the other characters are kind of fillers, but Ryu and Ken are the mainstays. They've been in literally every single game from the first one back in '87 to currently now.
Yep.
And you can't do a proper Street Fighter movie with them as side characters or movie series, nothing.
Actually, there was I don't know if you ever saw the animated movies that came out a little bit ago.
I saw the animated...
the Street Fighter one. Because Ken was even in it. I remember that was actually like a big thing, was Ken didn't show, but they brought like all the other people. I think it was like maybe 2005 or something like that.
Are you talking about the the Street Fighter 4, the Ties That Bind, or the OVO?
That might be it. I just remember seeing it back in college.
There was two animated movies that came out that were around the time Street Fighter 4 was coming out, and they were really good. Actually, those were really good. I mean, they focused mainly on the main characters like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Guile, Cammy, with a different story, including some of the characters from 4. Mm-hmm. But as far as Assassin's Fist goes, this was probably the best Street Fighter project on a live action sense to date, because they focused on the fighting aspect. The choreography was well done. You had two actors, Mike Mo. He's actually funny story about him. He plays a Japanese fighter, but he's a Korean Taekwondo practitioner. And then you have Christian Howard, who plays Ken, an American fighter, and he's British. I mean, he did a good job hiding the accent, but
yeah, I didn't know he was British until you told me. So that's that.
Yeah, so like,
but isn't Ken part British in the series though?
No,
like, isn't his mom British?
He's part Japanese.
Part Japanese.
Because actually, funny story. If you look at the animations of Ken, you see these large black arched eyebrows that are like very very common in Japanese animes, and so it kind of gives you that why does he look like that? I mean, I know it was created by Japanese developers, but the story is that Ken, obviously, his father is an American billionaire. His mother was Japanese, and through his mom is actually how his father got to meet Master Goken, the one who raised Ryu and trained Ken.
By the way, I love Master Goken in this movie because I knew nothing of this character except from little bits from what I could vaguely remember.
Yeah.
You can crucify me later for that. But I do like how he actually felt like both a mentor and a father figure, and you can see he was like trying to not blur that line between him, Ryu, and Ken, because he wants to, like, when Ken breaks one of the rules, he's like, okay, you've gotten stronger, and I'm acknowledging that you did this on your own, but you shouldn't do this. This is very dangerous, and it felt really good.
Well, yeah, I mean, the father figure tie was always strong with Ryu, because Ryu was an orphan, according to the story. Yeah. And, both in the game and in the movie, they tied that in. Mm-hmm. So, Ryu always had a strong tie to Master Goken for that sense. And then when Ken was dropped off by his dad for being a little shit,
as he was,
then that's when he grew attached to Master Goken, and he became like a second father to him. So,
oh my god, I just realized something.
What?
Who's the actor who was Ken again? I'm sorry for forgetting his name.
Christian Howard.
He should have been freaking Iron Fist now in hindsight.
Well, you want to know a funny story
about
that?
Tell me.
He was actually fan casted by a lot of people, and he was actually doing his own promotion as Iron Fist. He actually put out a short movie based on the Immortal Iron Fist series where he was like whipping out the guns and stuff.
Oh, man.
So the energy was there, and everybody knew it. And I feel like Marvel knew it, but they decided to go with somebody from the Game of Thrones lore.
Yeah,
because that was the popping thing at the time.
And I still like Iron Fist, the series. Don't get me wrong, I'm in that rare minority here, but I didn't.
hate it. I just was highly disappointed.
Especially in the second season.
Well, no. The second season actually was what made me kind of like it again. The first season was terrible. No, terrible is a strong word. It didn't rock the boat for me.
Yeah.
The second season gave me hope again because they actually did this whole featurette before the series premiered of how like they focused on the fights. They got a new fight choreographer
and it shows.
Yeah, what do they call it? They call it the martial arts deadly ballet. Because it's like a dance. It's like a
dance.
A
dance of death.
A dance of death. But
that's what the Russians call it too.
Yeah. So
sadly, no Zangief in this movie, if I remember correctly, right?
No, it's supposed to focus on the main two.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, was that Guile in that bar? By the way,
they are saying it was either Guile or Charlie. I think it was Charlie because Charlie was around the time that Ryu and Ken were teenagers, and because the Alpha series is supposed to be the prequel to Street Fighter 2.
All right.
And so Charlie was the first one with the sonic booms and flash kicks and stuff, and then Guile came around. Guile became kind of his Charlie's protege, and they became good friends. And then after M. Bison killed Charlie, that set Guile off, and he became a main part of the story and joined the tournament and everything.
So I didn't even know Charlie existed, so this is actually nice.
Yeah, Charlie, yellow vest, the hair looks like Elvis.
Oh, that
glasses, green pants.
I think I know who you're talking about. That guy.
If you've ever played Street Fighter Alpha or X-Men vs. Street Fighter or any of the Marvel vs. Capcom, he is he's kind of like the pre-Guile before Guile.
Which I don't know with you mentioning the effects though in this movie. I gotta say the effects for this, especially for the low budget like Machinima had with this, they did a really good job with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this: the movie that shall not be named, the Last Airbender movie, better effects than this. Well, no, this is better effects than that. I should clarify before I get people ramming down my door again. For dare saying that Michael Bay movie sucks. Oh, dude, I got so much hate for The Last Night, you will not believe it. Go look at my old video for that one. It's got more downvotes
than... Which Michael Bay movie did you...
Transformers The Last Night.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, thank you.
Ew.
See, hate him! Now aim towards him!
That's what I gotta say.
Oh, save that energy for we got for later.
And anywho.
Yes, but no.
No, as far as like... Because the thing with Street Fighter is that, you can do whatever with the effects. Like, they could look hokey as hell, but I think the main focus is, like, the martial arts part of it. Because that's what the game is all about. It's about a bunch of different martial arts fighting in a tournament. Street Fighter.
It's like old school Dragon Ball before it became Dragon Ball Z, where it was all big energy bursts and whatnot. Because old school Dragon Ball was heavy focused on martial arts. You had maybe one or two blasts, and then, like, that was it. And they almost never was the deciding factor. And I think you're right, though, because the effects... They're kind of important, but the characters and the writing alone, and I feel like I need to address something here because I don't know, because you asked me originally what version I saw, and I had to go look into this. Because good luck trying to find the old web series as it is, because Machinima was under so much stuff, and I thought they got into like a legal issue with Capcom too.
I believe so. I think that's part of it. Well, because the thing is, they were supposed to do a follow-up series. It was supposed to be based on the World Warrior Tournament, which is the main storyline of Street Fighter 2. So we were probably going to get Guile and Chun-Li and E Honda and Blanca and Dhalsim and Zangief and
probably M. Bison.
And Bison and Sagat and Vega and Balrog and all.
You would have needed a lot. You would have needed more than 12 episodes just for that, though.
No, because the thing is, I think what they did with Ryu and Ken was good and it was amazing. And then if they were going to do a follow-up, they needed to do it like maybe on Guile and Chun-Li, and then have their paths cross.
Do like a Avengers thing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like do the first season Ryu and Ken. The second season would be Guile and Chun-Li, and then
you could even do like an M. Bison one too, just him rising to power, and you could do like a villain or
don't
make him sympathetic, obviously, but just
kind of like miniseries for each character.
Yeah,
that little like highlight something or something that brings them to light.
Yeah, but due to copyright bullshit, let's call it what it is. Most of those episodes are gone now, and the only way to watch it is the movie. However, if you do get the movie, make sure you're able to get the director's cut, because I had to double check this, because the original one I was watching wasn't the director's cut, and they were actually taking stuff out of the movie, because all 12 episodes adds up to like 144 minutes, but the base movie that I was watching was only 105 minutes, so I'm like, You just cut 40 minutes out of this. You took a third of this movie out, and I'm glad I was able to track down the director's one finally.
Yeah.
Legally, I assure you.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't say shit. But no, I mean, and that's the problem, is that there's great stuff out there like this that doesn't get the recognition it deserves, especially if it's a video game.
It got hella recognition from the fans, and to me,
the fans.
I think the fans are what matter, because I mean, they really are they're the pushing point. We will get shit put on. That's how one of our favorite shows, Young Justice, came back. That's
I'll toast to that.
I mean, and as much
now
as
bring back Green Lantern.
And
I need Razor.
As much as I hate it, I mean, that fucking Snyder cut got to see the light of day because of you freaking fans.
Oh, we'll save that for later.
That's a whole nother episode.
Oh, that's a whole other video. Yeah,
I don't want to go in on Zack Snyder.
No, we're talking about good stuff right now. Save the hate for later, because we got a lot.
And his dick riding fans.
Oh God! I don't say it's a good movie. Table that for another one on the happy things. But yeah, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, which we spend more time talking about the Street Fighter series. Okay. But and that's something to be said good about this movie, is that as a fan like you and as a non-fan like me, well, yeah, as you show off the socks. Awesome socks, by the way.
Yep.
Hey, if they sponsor us, maybe we can get some free stuff.
Yeah. Shout outs to Crossover Socks, by the way.
Yeah. Shout outs to plain black socks. Hey, basic. But no. But that's the thing though, like, you love Street Fighter. I'm not, I know a little bit of it, but I'm not that big of a diehard fan of it. Yeah. And the fact that both of us can find the greatness in this movie. And yeah, if you're going to be like one of those really high snob critics, yeah, you're going to see a few like arrows here or there, but this was a fan-made project.
This isn't a Oscar-worthy performance. I mean, but then again, who cares about awards?
Well, that's why, like, the negative reviews I saw were like lambasting like the designs, like, oh, it's so limited in the set. I'm like, it's a freaking indie thing made by fans
also,
for the freaking thing.
The story is supposed to have limited designs. It's their literal story of Ryu and Ken's coming to age tale takes place in the Japanese mountains where Goken's dojo was. By the way, spoiler or little
spoiler
scenes. It wasn't filmed in Japan. It was actually filmed in like Slovakia or something.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like some
Scandinavia.
No, it wasn't Scandinavia. It was some one of those.
Probably Slovakia.
One of those Vakia.
Because it began with an S.
Well, yeah, one of those Vakia.
One of those Vakias.
Countries.
But
nonetheless, it was a beautiful. Scenery.
Oh yeah, no.
And also, like, you could tell, like, there's little Easter eggs in the movie, show, or however you want to categorize it, because
I call it a movie. What it is?
Yeah, but I mean,
because it flows like a movie.
But when it first debuted on YouTube via Machinima, whatever, they actually broke it up into episodes. It was like mini episodes. Each episode was like 12 minutes long, 8 minutes long, 15 minutes long, or whatever. And then they released the whole thing as a movie. So you can either classify it as a series and as a movie. But the Easter eggs in it were actually incredible. If you're a huge like Street Fighter fan or Capcom fan, there was like a couple things that happened. Like there was a part where so there's this lake that Ken and Ryu go to train together, and there's this old bummy ass
the
fisherman who's like drunk off his ass all the time.
Master Roshi.
Yeah, he's always yelling at Ryu and telling him like how much he like basically adores him, while also saying, "Ken, you freaking dumb American, like you can't fight and you have long hair, you look like a girl."
So like a traditional Japanese person when the gaijin shows up.
Yes, but he called him a baka gaijin a couple times. That's Japanese for stupid American or for stupid foreigner.
Yeah.
But there was a scene where, because he kept telling Ryu he's working on the song. Mm-hmm. And so he plays this song on this flute, and if you're a music person like me who knows soundtracks, the song he played was Ryu's theme from the Street Fighter 2. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. An Easter egg that fans would get that wasn't being over the top going, look at this! Yeah. Is that actually freaking possible?
Yeah. I mean, then there's other Easter eggs. Like, there's another scene where they're, like, working out in front of the dojo and they're playing Ken's theme song on the radio with the wild guitars and shit. And then there's another Easter egg where, I guess Ken's dad sends him a present, and it's Mega Man 2.
Yeah, Mega Man 2, I saw
Which is a Capcom property, and
that would later backstab those guys.
Yeah, and that's also that was also kind of relevant to the time, because I think it was like the whole show or movie took place in the late 80s.
Yeah,
and that was around the time Mega Man came out on Nintendo.
Yeah. It's actually one thing I do admire with the Street Fighter series is that they don't age up to time like a lot of stuff. They pretty much keep that mostly in the 80s. I can't think of one.
Even though on the biography it says like Ryu was born in like 1969. And I'm like, wait, that means now he's like 60 something.
That dude will be like walking around going, "Hello, kid."
Yes.
Nah, he wouldn't do it. Ken,
no, but you don't.
Ken would do that where you would.
You don't age. Yeah, but here's the thing: it's video games. It's make believe. You don't age in the games. You stay 36 for the rest of your life.
See, now you're talking about anime people right now. So
whatever.
But yeah, guys. So a lot of great stuff with this movie. 2 thumbs up from us. And it's proof that a video game can make a good live action series. Can be well shot, well developed, great characters, great concept. Okay, that's cheating, but yes, you already saw that review. You know I love that thing.
I love it too.
But as much of a friend you are for telling me about this wonderful movie, and I still go watch it. Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, you can find it. You can still order the DVDs, I believe, too.
You can, I think it's on Amazon. You can either buy it on DVD or
directly.
Blu-ray. Actually, no. You know where you can buy it or get it if you're a buying person? Go on Vudu. It's on Vudu.
Vudu, yeah.
And you can download the high definition version and watch it from there.
Make sure you're getting the director's cut though, because I'm trying to think what 40 minutes they cut, and I no.
Well, there's a post credit scene at the end after that involves Goken facing off with Akuma. His brother.
I was hoping that would go longer than just that, but
unfortunately, well, I mean, anybody who knows the lore knows that Goken gets murdered by Akuma.
Yeah.
And that's what causes Ryu to enter the Street Fighter tournament to find Akuma to avenge his master.
Yeah. But all good stuff must come. See, that's a good thing. You can make good stuff, and then you can get the shit like what we got next.
Yeah.
After this, we're going to talk about the Abomination. Oh, wait, he wasn't in the fucking series.
You're talking about, you must mean Nemesis.
Nemesis, whatever. He's an abomination no matter what. Hey, okay, I still have no love for the Hulk one either, so I still put a lot of movies higher than the Hulk, but we're not there yet. I know.
We're going to
Netflix, but
yeah.
See y'all with our next review with Netflix resident piece of shit. Let's just call it what it is.
No, you mean CW's Gossip Girls with zombies and
Resident Evil Knights.
You know what? I'm not even. You know what? I'm not even going to do this.
Later, y'all.